So, one, the president's exactly right to go after China. He's the first president to really take them on head on. I think a good, solid agreement with China could actually create a new era of fair trade with China, fair for our farmers, our workers, and our businesses. This is leverage to keep everyone at the table. I'm hopeful that they can reach an agreement, a good, solid agreement, and that these tariffs can be removed.
Brady, can I ask you about tariffs? Specific part.
And again, I think targeting these tariffs to a country like China, who's been cheating for so long, if that's what keeps them at the table so we can get a fair agreement, then that's necessary. But as you know, I'm not a fan of tariffs, and so I think the sooner they're lifted, the better.
Well, as a free trade advocate, you're never excited about any level of tariffs. But on the same hand, you got to use the tools that you have available to bring the others that are not playing by the same rules that we're expected to play by. You got to bring them to the table. And so while I hope this is short-lived, very short-lived, because it will have an impact on businesses, it'll have an impact on our economy, I think the president is making a right call to stand tough against the Chinese, because he's willing to do something that others have not been able to do in the past, which is bring them to the table, take a hard stance, and try to come up with a trade deal that favors the United States, our manufacturers, and our consumers. And I think this has really, unfortunately, been pushed to this point, as this is what he has to do. But I hope it is really a short-lived thing. I hope that the Chinese will come to the table and we'll be able to negotiate in good faith.
So many of the trade agreements that we have done in the past, we feel like the United States has really gotten a sort of a bad deal, and so I think that we've got to have a strong negotiation and going into these talks, and so I support the president what he's doing.
Your jacket's in the paper.
Congresswoman Padma with the Associated Press.
I'm worried about it. I'm worried about what the impact is going to be on our farmers, and I'm definitely worried about what's going to happen. Automobiles, anything with aluminum or steel. So I think we got to wait and see. Maybe they'll get to an agreement today. We don't know the full impact yet, but it's definitely of concern.
What have you heard from your constituents back home? What are their concerns?
Well, we're just starting to hear now because the news just came out. We have a lot of automobile parts vendors to the auto industry, so I think they'll be concerned. It's the ripple effect of this type of, sort of precipitous announcement, I think, is what it's taking people by surprise. They didn't expect it. Yesterday I was talking to machinists. These are the union, the people that work on bridges, and they were very concerned. Fishermen, they were lobster fishermen, and they were worried about the impact of the tariffs on lobster. So I think we're going to see a ripple effect through our economy, and a lot of questions about what's the president's plan, what's the long-term impact. He makes his decisions in such a just precipitous way that we don't really have a sense of where he's headed with this.
Thank you.